What's up? My name is Kelly Eden and this is my channel. You guys might have heard by now that they're doing a complete reboot for the Powerpuff Girls on Cartoon Network. This was one of the most popular cartoons in the 90s and one of my personal favorites. In honor of the reboot, Cartoon Network was hosting an art show. This was exclusive and invite only, and I actually had the honor of being invited by the curator, Nico. I wanted to go ahead and say thank you to Cartoon Network and Nico for giving me this opportunity to display my art next to all these amazing artists, so thank you guys so much. For you guys, I have a time-lapse video of my painting process. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than what I've done in the past, where it's just kind of cute music over the time-lapse. I wanted to facilitate a little bit more of my technique and talk about my execution process through the painting, and my reasoning behind the subject matter. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys a time-lapse video. This is 17 hours of footage that you're seeing in just 5 minutes. So it's sped up times 10,000. So without further ado, here it is. So I already have my drawing mapped out with graphite. I make a line drawing that maps out contours, shapes, and values. It's all just random information for me to keep in mind as I go through the painting. So I start off by placing down my first layer of colors. Oil paint has somewhat of a translucent quality to it. Though the paint itself is opaque, each layer still glows through. This is why I paint on gray instead of white. In color theory, gray complements all colors and shades. It allows colors to show their purity, while white washes it out and black dulls it down. You'll notice a lot of retail businesses use gray as a backdrop to showcase their product, and this is the exact reason why. Gray complements all colors, and I always use it as my foundation. My first layer is what I like to call my ugly phase. This is just where I loosely block in colors and values to build off of as I go through the painting and add more layers later. The first layer is always the ugliest to me, and it doesn't really look anything the way that I want it to, and it's probably the most frustrating layer. But it's also probably the most important layer because this is the foundation that I have to build off of. So it has to have all the different values and colors and reflective colors in there for me to understand later as I add more layers. When they originally asked me to be part of this show, I had to think a lot about what I wanted to do conceptually. I knew I wanted to do a fine art spin on the classic art style of the Powerpuff Girls. As a kid, I absolutely loved this show, so I wanted to illustrate it through my eyes and add my own artistic touch to it. So I picked out a couple objects that represented the 3 Powerpuff Girls, most of which I picked out from my cosplay supplies, so I just wanted to do a fine art still life. So I chose a green teacup to represent Buttercup. I always appreciated that she was still very feminine, but also very bold. She was the one who was always brooding, so I thought it would be funny to add in a bag of tea brewing in the cup. Then I added a ceramic sugar pot to represent Bubbles. It's pretty self-explanatory, you know, sugar was the ingredient that they used to make bubbles. I think the shape of the bowl also helps complement Bubbles' character. It's very round and soft, somewhat inviting in its appearance. Even the gold handles on either side remind me of her blonde pigtails. Blossom's red hair bow was always her signature. I couldn't think of any other object to represent the leader of the gang. It was pretty much a no-brainer. And then, of course, the Powerpuff Hotline. That was always the first visual that came to mind when I thought about the nostalgic themes of the show. You'll also notice a strand of pearls hanging around the sugar pot. These pearls belong to my grandmother, and they've been part of the subject matter of all my paintings since she died last year. So they've kind of become my signature when it comes to portraiture or still lifes, and it's kind of just my way of adding a little touch of me and my soul into the painting. So this took me about 2 weeks to finish. I honestly wish I had a little bit more time to work on it. You're seeing a video that is sped up 10,000 times, and this is 17 hours of footage shown in just 5 minutes. As I start to feel satisfied with where the painting is at, I'll usually whip out a fine point brush and start adding in smaller details, such as the shadows and highlights on the pearls or the coils of the telephone cord. This usually takes me the longest time because I have to focus on reflective color and light. The pearls are especially difficult because they reflect everything around them. So as I go through each pearl, I have to add colors from, you know, the teacup, the red bow, the tabletop, as well as the drop shadows and highlights. I like painting pearls though because they are a challenge. They test my skills on depth, value, reflective color, and spherical shapes. I'm trying to improve my skills and techniques, so it's important for me to challenge myself and step outside my comfort zone. And as much as I've painted pearls in the past, it's always, you know, a challenge, and I always have to go about it differently because there's always different elements surrounding it, and again, it's reflective, so I always have to kind of take my time to think about how I'm going to execute that. Now what we're seeing here is the very last hour that I was working on the painting. I was painting all the way until the very end of the deadline to when I had to stop and drive it over to the gallery, and it was still wet. But I think it came out really good. I'm happy with it. So finally was the day of the art show. This is the flyer right here. There's my name. I'm not gonna lie, my heart started pitter-pattering a little bit as we pulled up to Cartoon Network Studios. It's a really memorable experience for me and my friends to be walking through the doors of Cartoon Network to the place where all of it happens. It just seemed like Cartoon Network was a really cool place to work. So I'm gonna show you guys a little sneak peek of the art show. I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorite pieces when I was walking around.
never do that again, please.
Everyone else is like gently licking there, slowly eating it. I love, you just gotta go in.
I just bit a little bit of her brain out.
That's why I was terrified.
Come on, clock him, Kelly.
Kelly, have you told you want to take the camera to where your painting is, or do you already have footage of that? Who made this?
I did.
I made this.
I made this.
So what is the blue? What is the blue little thing there mean, Kelly?
We just sold.
What?
It's sold.
High five! Congratulations. Yeah. Good. Cool. I like what the artist is saying about neo-impressionism within a Neolithic age. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I think she was saying something about taking the fun with modern twist from the classic cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can maybe see that, maybe, but I think my answer is more correct.
Oh yeah, I mean you are the architect.
Yes, what? You see the sweater, right?
I see the sweater, I see the glasses,
Right.
I see the half unbuttoned shirt, you know, I see it, I see all of it.
It's not going to come out the way I want it.
And I think we need to extend, because you can look at the space between the ear and half. That's so true. That's okay. I know it's not a tattoo.
Thank God for this person. Thank God.
Let's close off the ear. And maybe just let. There you go.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Art lessons by Davey Suicide.
And then.
That's really cute.
Let's get the circle. I think you want to get the head. Kind of. Let's get the circle of the head. Gotta make it all fatter though.
He's giving him an art lesson.
It's all on purpose, you know? And we're working here. We got some like disfigured songs going on.
Alright, so now get the eyes. That's not bad. Circle where the highlighter meets, outline it, so you the white part. There you go. Yeah. And then color black around it.
That's a Wi-Fi signal. Ta-da! Hey, art. My painting sold. Actually, within the first couple minutes of the art show opening, my painting had sold to one of the people who work on the show. I don't really know who, but whoever you are, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the painting. It's one of my favorites that I've done, and I hope you love it. If you guys see the new Powerpuff Girls show, let me know what you think. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm really excited for the reboot. So until then, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button? It's down there. It's waiting for you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!